We actually spoke once before, back in 2021 on Instagram Live. You talked a lot about control at the time, about time, and about needing to fully understand something before sharing it with the world. When you think about that version of yourself now, what stands out to you the most?
Um, Not a lot's changed. I mean, I still have control over, I'm still completely independent. I'm still doing everything myself. Um, and every day, I always feel like there's not enough time in the day. But every day I do remind myself, when I start getting caught up and realizing, how much I have to do and stuff. And it's like, okay, it'll be there tomorrow. I'm just one person. It's okay. Like it'll still be there. So just kind of like being able to kind of monitor those thoughts and just kind of keep them at bay sometimes and check myself every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because you're involved in quite a lot of things, though. I find it, I often call people super women or super men when they're able to do so many things and do it so well. How do you find that balance? How are you able to make it all work?
I mean, I'm glad you think I do them all well. Yeah, it's a constant struggle. I feel like my memory is getting worse and worse all the time. And But it's been great. I've actually been able to expand and bring on some other team members this time. So it's nice to kind of offload some things every once in a while to people that you trust. So yeah, it's been good.
For sure. And bringing on team members means that you step into like a different role in itself. So you become like more of a leader and you have to organize and manage people. How do you find that part of the thing that you do?
I mean, so I feel like my leadership style has always been like the laissez-faire kind of style where it's like as long as I have people around me that are competent and they can figure it out on their own, I can just let them be and just like see what they're doing and they'll so I have it's basically a good friend of mine and her name is Brigitte North, and then she's been my manager the last year and a half, maybe 2 years now, and she's doesn't come from a music background, but she just has a passion for it, and she comes from a film and television background. So just having someone like her who's very organized, and if she doesn't know how to do something, she'll figure it out. And I'm okay to. It's like a win-win because she's learning at the same time, and I'm getting the help that I need at the same time. So it's been good.
Fantastic. Okay. So someone who knows,
Yeah.
we're just gonna go right into it.
This is a
Yeah,
handful. Yeah.
yeah. Feels less um, like a confession and more like advice.
hmm
Did you realize you were writing from a future place while you were writing it?
I actually wrote it from a very present place
Gotcha.
when I wrote it. It
Right.
was like basically I had gone through some life changes, and I called off my wedding. I moved out, and I was with my ex for 10 years, and just it was a song that came from that place where it was I felt like something that the world needed a reminder and
Mm.
how to be and how to love someone and how to treat other people. And I feel like those values have been forgotten along the way. And then it was just kind of like something that I needed to get off my chest because I felt like if he had heard a song like that before, then I didn't have to write it. If it had already existed, then maybe he would have realized what he was doing
Right.
and the consequences, and maybe it would have prevented everything from happening the way it did. So that my goal with that song was to um, try to prevent that from happening to anyone else.
Right.
So yeah, I hope somewhere in the world that it prevented one. If it saved one heart from breaking, then I feel like I've done my job as a songwriter.
Yeah,
So
I actually read that part of the that if one person was saved from that, then your job would have been done. Um, yeah. So music itself provides post an event such as this.
yeah.
Music comes to the rescue, I guess. How is that process? Like when you're looking to upload or turn or kind of unburden yourself, I guess music has always been there for you.
Yeah, I mean, well, I never been through anything like that before.
Right.
And, I've heard of other people saying, music saved my life and like I've heard it, and as a musician, you would think that I would fully understand and know what they're talking about, but I didn't until that happened. And then being a musician, I was on the part where it's very cathartic for me to write about something and then to perform it. And even though it's kind of like you're reliving it every single time you have to play it, so it's kind of like, what's that word? Are you when like you're like self-harming yourself, but every time that you're playing it, but at the same time it is healing. And now I get it. Now I fully understand. And now I feel like because I understand a lot of things on a different level, I feel like my songwriting has just kind of skyrocketed and jumped to a whole other level since. And so that I feel like, I feel if at least one reason why I had to go through that stuff, I feel like it was at least for the songs, to get the songs out of them. So
Right. And maybe just before we move on from there, how are you able to reconcile being that vulnerable in, especially so, again, I understand that there are certain times where someone might cut a demo and send it to an artist and all of that stuff, but when you are in a position where you have to be really vulnerable,
mm.
what are the how do you overcome that on a record, knowing that you're actually writing about yourself?
It's it's hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I first wrote these songs, like I my main thing was like I don't want him to hear them, because he already feels bad, and he's put himself through the ringer, and he's done all these extra steps. Like he is a good person at the end of the day. Like he's done all these steps to get better and to make himself into a better person and learn from his mistakes. And my whole intention with these songs is like I don't my goal isn't to add any insult to injury. Like I don't want to add to it. Um, but at the same time, it's cathartic for me to sing about and to kind of share my side of the story. So, and because it's like what I lived through. So I'm just telling my story. And and unfortunately, the spotlight is kind of my job. So and it's weird. It is kind of weird to be that vulnerable in public. Mainly for that reason. It's a little awkward, but I feel like the more honest you are, the more people can really relate to it.
Right.
And then if they relate to it, then it's probably going to be healing for them too. So yeah, that's kind of my goal with it all.
Gotcha. Got you. Okay. So the second single for the record feels different. So less protective and more precise. What did writing that song help you understand?
Ooh. Um
And would those characterizations be actually true?
yeah, I think so. I think so. It was that song, I mean, it kind of followed my story. This was like after getting over that long-term relationship, I fell into something else that I didn't really want in the first place. and then ended up falling really hard, and then it got my heart broken again. So it was just like, I didn't even know like your heart could break again. It was just like pulverized at that point. So I with this song, it was more of like there's a little bit of anger with this one, and yeah, I think you can feel it, but it kind of, I don't know, it was another cathartic song for me, but it's kind of digging a little bit, trying to not revenge. That's the wrong word,
Right.
but it, I mean, c- at the end of the day, I try to find my purpose and my reason for like going through all these things, and I think it was for the songs, so for the record. So that song just kind of came very naturally.
And which song asked more from you emotionally and intellectually, and like which of them felt
Ooh. I think, well, Someone Who Knows, that was such a raw song. Like I wrote pretty much all of that song by myself on a plane. And that's, when you're sitting alone thinking, all you have is your thoughts. And so that one, to me, it's still really hard for me to play that live.
right.
Yeah. I I will never sing that perfect live,
Right.
because I always get a little too emotional with it. But for the record, feels really good when I sing it live.
Gotcha. um, so does it make your set list? Like, how do you put it on your set list? Like,
Oh, that is on there for sure,
okay,
for sure. Yeah,
okay,
I feel like that's because the response from that song has also been, I didn't expect people to respond the way that they did. Like, I thought that song was actually going to be, so it's funny because one of the lyrics in the second verse is B-side spinning on repeat and turning tables on my feelings. I thought that song might have been a B-side on one of my records.
right.
Um,
But
but
turns
that
out,
that is by far the favorite song out of all of them, which is also very ironic because the next line after that is, how the needle stings, a deeper cut than Silver Springs. And Silver Springs is a reference to Fleetwood Mac's song Silver
right,
Springs,
right,
which was a B-side. And then because it got so popular, then they put it on their greatest hits, or the A-side
uh-huh.
eventually.
Huh.
So, kind of weird. But I feel like this song is kind of just following in those footsteps. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, maybe I'll just touch a little bit more on this, and then maybe we'll kind of move on. But so, just like you said, these songs, especially for the record, feels less angry. They feel more discerning. It's like you've come into a place where you realize stuff that's happening. So, um, how do you navigate discernment right now in terms of relationships and all of that? Do you feel more guarded? And how has that experience played into just you as a person?
oh, I am jaded as F. I mean, I I'm at the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay for a while. I don't need to go through that again. So, yeah.
Which would be a stronger emotion, though. So, if you've written all this cathartic stuff to get, would a really good love song bring you back to the other side?
I mean, through all this, I have written some very sweet love songs as well.
Okay,
So, I feel like it's weird because um going through like the heartbreak and stuff, I feel like has opened up a new side, just like a deeper connection almost to everything, all my feelings. Just singing about my feelings.
right.
But and it, like, even like I have some party songs, I have some super fun just like dancing songs.
Gotcha.
So I think they all just got better. through it all. So there you go.
Nice, nice. Okay, so you're in Alberta right now, playing a few shows. How do these songs feel when you perform them live?
Oh, you know what? I always felt, because I'm from Ontario, and I always felt like, you- like Alberta is, if that's our like our country culture.
Right,
Like if you are a country musician, I always felt like I needed the stamp of approval from Albertans to be a true country music artist. And the first time I came here, that's what I was determined to get. And I feel like we got that. And so that was first time I came was in 2019. And I did a tour from Fort Mac all the way down. And then we ended up, our last show was BVJ, Big
right.
Valley Jamboree. And then since we've played the Calgary Stampede 3 times, and this year will be our 4th time. And um, so they keep on inviting us back. So I think it's a good
You're
sign.
doing something right.
I feel like we've been accepted, and so yeah, I am truly honored. So to answer your question though, when I'm making my set lists, I am consciously like, this is an actual thought. I'm like, how is Alberta going to respond to this? Like this, I gear pretty much our entire set list for the summer for Alberta now. So you
Well,
guys
there
got
you
me.
go.
You guys got me good.
That's fantastic. So I just want to touch about your stage presence, though. That part of your whole what you might call the artistry.
Yeah.
You bring it when you get on the stage. How long has it taken you to perfect that? And when you were starting out, did you know you were gonna gravitate so much to just making people so happy when you get on the stage?
That is my happy place. That's where I feel like I can be whoever I want to be, and it's like I kind of turn into a completely different person when I'm on stage. Like I feel like in person I'm kind of like a little reserved, and I keep to myself, but when I'm on stage it's all that goes out the window, and but I learned, actually, I was a Highland dancer growing up. And so that's how I was terrified to perform at first in front of people, and because there were all these rules, first of all, and then when you're 6 years old, I am a people pleaser to begin with, so I just thought of all of the things that could go wrong. Like I said, well, Mom, what if my shoelace comes untied, and what if my socks fall down, and what if my hair comes out, and my kilt starts sliding off, or whatever, and like all these things. And my mom just said, you just keep on dancing.
Huh.
And I was like, okay. So first performance comes, and my shoelace comes untied, my socks fall down, my hair falls out, like every single thing that I didn't want to happen happened. And I just kept on dancing, and you smile and you pretend like nothing is happening. And I feel like that was the very first time where I needed to also go through that to get to where I am today, because I just fell in love with performing after that.
Nice.
So yeah, it's kind of been second nature to me.
Fantastic. Fantastic. You really bring it. You bring
Thanks.
it.
Thanks.
So, okay.
Well, because if you're not having fun, then I'm not gonna have fun. So like we need to all have fun together, and that's what it's about. It's not about being perfect. It's not about uh, anything else. It's taking everyone there in that room is there. It's just sharing that moment together.
Right.
You're not thinking about anything else that's going on in the world or your lives or anything, but that moment right then and there. And it's an honor to be able to be that person to kind of gather everyone together for that soul moment.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so it's just about that experience.
Great. Great. I haven't had the opportunity just yet, but I would love to. I'll figure out a way to be in your audience just so I can experience that stuff that you just spoke about live. So
Well, there's one coming up this summer.
And that's what I was going to say next. So for anyone watching who wants to catch you while you're here in Alberta, where can they see you?
Well, depends on when this is airing. You can catch me at the end of this week. On the 13th, I'm playing in St. Albert for the Heartstrings and Hockey Tonks. And then I'm also playing in Calgary as well for the Blue Jay Sessions on the 12th. But I'm also playing this summer the Calgary Stampede. I'm there from Nashville North Stage from July 3rd until the 5th. And then I am going to pop up in a couple other spots as well throughout the week until the 10th. So you'll see me around all throughout the Stampede. You can't get rid of me. And then after that, I'm coming back and playing the Big Valley Jamboree again.
Gotcha.
So I can't wait.
Gotcha. I've often asked artists this question that how close did you come to capturing when you envisioned what you wanted to write for both singles? How close did you get to capturing what you initially envisioned?
It's if not the same, it's better than what I had envisioned. Both of those tracks, like I'm sure I annoy everyone that I work with, but they won't tell me. But I will keep on working it and work it and work it until it's what I hear in my head. But whatever you hear in your head isn't like, you can't hear everything, but you know kind of the direction. And it is like everything and more. Those songs just came out so incredible, and I'm so proud of them.
Okay, and what surprised you the most about both when it was all said and done?
I think it was just the response from both of them. Still being this little independent artist like myself, like I was hoping people would hear them, and but when you get a phone call from Amazon and they're reaching out to my distributors and saying like, we love her stuff, like you better let us know her release schedule from now on. And it's like, what? Like that kind of response, and like the industry people who are really excited about it, it's really, it feels really good.
Of course.
Yeah.
I can only imagine. Okay, so we're at the end of this stuff. I'm going to throw a few quick ones at you, like a rapid fire question. So you good with those?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay. First song you play when you need grounding.
Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna go way back. There's a specific moment. Okay, this is supposed to be rapid fire. I'll be a quick story. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I ran track in university, and so there was a song that I had to play. So it was my last provincial race. It was the provincial championships. I was the team captain. This was my last provincials. It was my 5th year, and there were 3 of us in the finals. So I knew we had a chance of also sweeping the podium 1, 2, 3, which is so rare to do from your own school. And so I had all this pressure on me, and I just really, really, really wanted to do well. And my warm up was a disaster. I was hitting all the hurdles and just injuring myself, and I wasn't getting the time. I was just super flustered. And my coach turns to me and says, "Kelsi, you're fine. You're warmed up enough. Go sit down and listen to something that calms you." So I was like, okay. So I sat down and I played Beyonce's "I Was Here."
Oh.
So yeah, that was so I guess that is the song that like grounded me.
Gotcha.
And then we did all the things. We swept the podium.
1, 2, 3.
We got 1, 2, 3. I got second, and I got my personal best time as my fastest race ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an incredible story.
And we won the team title too. So.
Nice.
Yeah. Cherry on top. Yeah.
Nice. The song that still scares you to perform live.
Oh.
Maybe scare might be too big of a word, but maybe you're hesitant about.
Well, I'm nervous to play For the Record live because we've never played it live yet. So it was kind of a song I kind of kept secret from my band, but it was a song that I had always envisioned being performed live. So I just feel like it'll have, if we do it right, but there's a lot of pressure to get it right. So I really want to make sure we do it right.
It's going to be part of the set list you're performing while you're here?
Yes. It's a new staple. It's everyone's favorite.
Okay.
So.
Well, wishing you success in that
Thank
one.
you. No pressure.
No pressure. Lyrics over melody or melody over lyrics?
Ooh. Lyrics over melody. I have a song called Looking for Lonely, and it's not released, but I've teased it a few times on my socials, which I like to do a lot. And that song is like, the lyrics are like gut wrenching. It's probably the saddest thing I've ever written, but they're really smart. And so, yeah, I think that's my favorite song lyrically.
Okay. And hardest song to write is usually about what?
About nothing. Like, if you don't have any guidance into a song, that's the hardest thing to write.
Right.
If you need to have some sort of, I need to have, usually like a topic or something. Right. But yeah, sometimes you go into a write and everyone's out of ideas. It happens. You can't always have.
How do you come down from that? How do you navigate that when a bunch of writers are in a room and nobody can quite hit a gold mine?
Sometimes it's just like even playing other music and songs that you're vibing out on, and then sometimes that'll like trigger something else. But usually, I mean, I have like a notes thing in my phone that is, you could scroll for days. So there's something there. We usually get something from there.
Okay. A word that defines this season for you.
Ooh. I'm going to say change.
Something you've learned to say no to.
Oh, this is my favorite, actually. So when I was moving out, I had a couple hours and my sister was helping me, and I turned to her and I was so overwhelmed. I was like, how do I pick what to bring with me and what to leave or whatever? And she said, Kelsi, if it doesn't bring you joy, don't bring it. And I guess a famous designer, actually, she's the one that said it first, so my sister just repeated it. But I've carried that on to everything else in my life now. So if it doesn't bring me joy, that's my answer.
That's great. Profound. This you already talked about, was studio or stage?
Oh, stage. 100%. Gotcha. It's the hardest thing to like recreate that energy when you're by yourself in a phone booth. It's like you're in a closet, like you got nothing. Sometimes I'll put a mirror in there just to have something. But
a song of yours that deserves more love.
All or Nothing. That song is a banger.
And what project is it from?
That was the first song I released in 2025. That was in January 2025, and it's like
people slept on it, or you think?
I mean, it was the first of it was the first song I had released in like a year, and then the song that I released a year previous to that was like the first song in like 5 years that I had released or something like that. So, or 4 years. So, when the momentum wasn't there to start, it's hard to just have a cold start. But man, that song is fire.
Why is it
I love.
fire? Tell me.
Oh, it's just like it's just a rock. It's like a song that you need to play whenever you need to get your butt in gear, and like if you need a good kick in yourself,
Gotcha.
just some motivation or something like that. And it's a great song to just get people fired up and inspired. And it's kind of, actually, it did start getting picked up a little bit. I posted it to when the Blue Jays were in the playoffs.
Right.
I posted it in a couple reels and it fits perfect with like any sports or any like race cars and stuff, like NASCAR and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Gotcha. Okay. Two questions, and then we're gonna let you go. As you step into this next chapter of your life, what feels non-negotiable for you now? And that could be okay. I'm gonna leave that with you.
Non-negotiable. I just go back to the joy thing.
Right.
Like, yeah, if it doesn't bring me joy, then I don't want it.
Good answer. And what do you hope someone carries with them after hearing these songs, the both that we've touched upon?
Sorry, one more time?
What do you want whoever listens to both singles to carry with them when they listen to it?
I'm really proud of the lyrics from them. So I just want them to take a deep dive into what we were saying, because for the record is a bit more abstract.
Right.
And there's references of other things like Jericho and the Fleetwood Mac song and stuff. And so it's like you kind of need to have like a little bit of a deep dive and learn what those things are first, if you don't, and then you have a whole other appreciation for the lyrics and how we use them. But there's that one, and then Someone Who Knows is that my favorite line is, and I always wanted to fit this into a song, and I never thought I could because it's so weird, but don't put more on your plate than you can eat. And that was just such a monumental thing that I grew up. It was a lesson that was instilled in us, and my mom's Italian, so it was like we had a family motto that ended up being, it's the motto is force yourself, because if you take more on your plate than what you can actually, if your eyes are too big for your plate, then you better eat it. You got to force yourself to finish that, because you're not putting any of that to waste. So yeah, that's that's a lesson I learned from a very young age.
It appears Italian moms and Nigerian moms are the same, because that's what our mom would make us do as well. Yes.
You're not wasting any food.
No, never.
And that's the thing too. Like, and if something is made and there's like for everyone and there's like 2 pieces left, you can't save those 2 pieces.
Right.
Like those 2 pieces aren't gonna. No, someone's eating those, so no one has to put away any leftovers.
Well, this is exactly what happened in our home growing up. So, again, Italian moms and Nigerian moms, there's a connection right there.
I knew it.
Well, I couldn't think of a better way to end this. Thank you so much, Kelsi Mayne. For getting off the plane and coming here and having such a uplifting spirit about you. It's been a pleasure to have this conversation. So thank you so much.
Pleasure's all mine.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, wishing you success with your two shows, and like I said, hopefully we get to see you perform very soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay.